conscience swimming to the air. Back to back, cannot let anyone do it again. Back to back, I can no longer pretend. Give me a break, you down. Just wanna get by my days again. Lazy down, what a heavy day. Now you hear the rumble from the ground, yeah. Freak, cheat, frog like crown and bouncing round, yeah. So let it be, oh let it be, since I'm the traitor. 6 times knocking on the door, while a chance of God is standing back to back. Death times are running on a midnight train. Back to back, conscience is swimming to the air. Back to back, cannot let anyone do it again. Back to back, I can no longer pretend. Give me a break, you down. Just wanna get by my days again. Lazy down, what a heavy day. Hey, hey, hey. Contract with a clown and had a high old time. Nobody doubted he is true of purpose. Oh yeah, not knowing we had given up everything we had lived. All odds and options, the next right here in this dead end. Back to back, that's on the running on a midnight train. Back to back, conscience is swimming to the air. Back to back, plane is already on a jungle of pain. Back to back, it's not whenever let's stand. Give me a break, you're down. Just wanna get back, but that's not good. Lazy down, what a heavy day. Already back to back. Death times are running on a midnight train. Back to back, conscience is swimming to the air. Back to back, cannot let anyone do it again. Back to back, I can no longer pretend. Give me a break, you down. Just wanna get by my days again. Lazy down, what a heavy day.
Our world. But what followed There we go, my microphone's now on. Hi everyone.
For evil came not from a human who
We're gonna be
discovered the
watching
book.
some Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear.
Which I know sounds weird, but that's just how this story mode works.
Story.
Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get right into it. Screw it. I was gonna play some Saul Bad Guy arcade mode first, but nah. We're far enough into the story where we're just watching it now.
What is it? What happened?
We can't confirm physical contact, but it appears something from the backyard is attempting to make contact with justice.
I'm gonna bump up the game audio just a
These levels are
smidge.
too high for our probes. Recalculate with the demi-human method. They're over 40 trillion per second.
Arya, can you hear me? What happened?
That's what
Calm
happened.
down.
The test subject's conscious topology readings are all over the place. Is this thing trying to give itself life using justice?
Intervention from inside the backyard? That's impossible!
What should we do?
Terminate the experiment and retrieve justice immediately. That's our top priority.
What the hell is happening? Justice's information density is equivalent to a galaxy cluster. Could the energy of a single organism exceed that of a systematically networked life form?
Something's found the test subject's DNA data. It's multiplying.
What? Self-aware?
It's conscious? Could this be the universal will? Calm down. We need to analyze this rationally. We'll assign the variable X to this phenomenon. All new information will be collected in series.
X will materialize in the real world in T-minus 453 seconds. I can't believe how fast it's eroding.
We have to stop it, no matter the cost. Our world will be destroyed by the influx of information.
So if you guys were here for the Strive stream,
Interpreting Justice's
this is the war
activity
crime
entirely.
that
It
Asuka
wouldn't work. Gear
was
cells can
responsible
serve
for.
as a conduit to the backyard, regardless of whether the subject's alive or dead.
He essentially created an alternate life form
Arya,
that
listen
set
to me.
itself on destroying all of
Something is going
humanity.
to attempt contact with you from inside the backyard. We need you to resist. Can you do that for us?
I don't know if she can.
You can do this! I believe in you. You're our only hope. Don't you want to see Frederick again?
We've punched in a V2 report. We've managed to cut the flow of information from our world.
It's not working. The test subject's DNA data is bridging the link. X2, X3. We've confirmed 2 bodies. Retrieving coordinates. Latitude 35 degrees, 40 minutes, 51 seconds. Longitude 139 degrees, 46 minutes.
Japan?
And this is how
It's
Japan
outside
was
our
destroyed.
jurisdiction and way too far away to do anything. Both bodies are going to materialize in the real world in T-minus 183 seconds.
We have to use the Saint Oratorio. Disengage the outrage armor.
What if we do that? The radiation levels. We could face sanctions.
I don't really give a shit about that right now. Use the prototype catapult if you have to.
Saint Oratorio charging. ETA until full charge. 640 seconds, sir.
Damn it! We need more time!
We're getting readings on the modulation. Now receiving visual on X2 and X3.
What the hell is that? It's got eyes and ears!
The link jump reaction is exponentially multiplying, now registering up to X388.
It's happening all over again. This is just like the dawn of revival in 1999.
I thought that only affected electronic devices!
The Dawn of
How is this
Revival was
happening?
Y2K.
In an hour, the Earth will no longer be a human world. Damn it. Arya. Switch justice over to manual override.
What's happening? My body, my mind is... What are you doing?
Entering coordinates. Zone 881. Target locked. Prepare the gamma ray. Maximum output, plus 40.
Serious? You'll vaporize Japan!
Fire, Sissel!
I can't!
Well, that's why you're only called
sorry.
Lab Tech 1
I
still.
never should have asked you. I'll do it.
Sir!
Firing gamma ray. Aria, I'm sorry.
What are you doing? What's this light? What did I just do?
So not only is he responsible for the life forms that caused a 100-year holy war, but also he vaporized Japan.
Just a little longer, Aria. I'll be there to free you very soon.
We've almost reached
Hey,
our
Pepper
destination.
Shaker, nice to see ya.
This might give us a way to fight the Cradle, but until then, we need to organize the information we have on hand.
Easiest way to do that is squeeze the
We
Valentines.
just found out that
How much
Oscar
longer you
from
planning to let
Guilty
Sin
Gear
play
Strive, the
house?
white hair flower eyeball
Zeb has
guy.
qualified interrogators.
His war crimes were
Let's turn
creating
our
the
prisoners over to
life
them.
forms that caused a 100-year holy
You're
war,
kidding.
and also vaporizing Japan with a space laser.
Soul, are you only accompanying us so that you can exact your revenge on that man?
Hey, nice to see you, Jonathan King.
Why the sudden curiosity?
I want to know if you sincerely don't care what happens to the rest of the world.
That's a dumb question.
It is not. Yes, he took away some of what makes you human, but that doesn't mean he altered your mind or your soul.
So what?
I want to believe
country
that
is
you'll fight for the
responsible for
people
the-
of this world.
For the what?
Are we seriously having this conversation?
The suspense is killing
Look,
me.
kid, I'm a monster. I'm here to do two things. Destroy that man and kill all the other gears. If the world's in trouble, I'll bust some asses, sure.
His
But only
country
'cause
is
I needed a
responsible
round to do
for
my
the high,
job.
low,
Not
graphic
too
map.
different from the Valentines in that sense.
Pulled on FFBE lately?
Now, if
Yes,
you've got
it's
in your head
intent
that we're
on
gonna
giving
be
me a
best pals,
second
rethink
Avalanche's
that. I've got my
Tifa.
own shit to take
She's
care of.
already, like, I've already
Then
got
why
one
do
at
you care about
EX
Dizzy?
plus 3, and now I've got one
What?
at EX plus 1
My wife.
with an extra
You
50.
saved her and she's a gear.
Sorry,
My
an
son,
extra 50
Sin,
fragments.
is a half gear. You said you wanted to destroy all gears. Why are
I
they any
was
different?
not able to get any of the return characters. I was trying really hard to pull for
This conversation is over,
Fina.
and we're never having it again.
Wait! Damn it, you can't run away from the truth, Soul.
How about you? You pulled anything good lately?
Pound the shit out of you.
Try.
Now we're talking.
Do it!
Tell me, Soul. Just what will happen after you've taken your revenge?
I don't really think that far ahead.
Will you go hide from the
Got
world
the
like
opportunity
Sin
to buy
said you
2
would?
guitars. Order them on Sunday, and they should arrive Wednesday. Exciting!
I
Got
don't
Dark
know your
Rain
history.
EX2. Nice!
I don't know if you had friends once, or if you fell in love. Why you burn
Yeah,
with
I
such
tried getting
hatred
Dark
for
Rain
that
as
man
well, but
and the
I'm
Gears.
pulling nothing.
I don't even know your real name.
His name's Freddie Mercury.
But
No
I
joke,
do know a great
his real
deal
name
about
is
a man
Frederick
named Soul
Bulsara,
Bad Guy.
which was
Blinded
basically
by
Freddie
vengeance, he
Mercury's
lost
real
sight
name.
of himself, and now he runs from the truth that
Yeah,
frightens him.
I need to restring
Say
my
that
guitar
again.
and adjust the Tresor rod
Tomorrow
and the
always
action.
comes, Soul.
It's a mess, really. I have to go to the mall tomorrow, so
If
maybe I'll
tomorrow
bring it with
promises
me,
to be cold
get
and
it set
dark,
up. Honestly, I
cannot
just
stand
don't want to
idly
take my
by.
guitar.
Even if I know
to
my
the mall.
efforts will come to nothing.
I don't trust it on the bus. Hey, nice to see you, RDF.
The self-righteous apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I don't expect the world to change tomorrow, but I do hope that today, perhaps my words will reach you. Soul. I'll be waiting for you. We'll all be waiting for you. Sin, Dizzy.
Our boy Kai
Once
is
all
trying to
this
get
is
through
over,
to Saul, but
I'm home.
Saul's got his
You
own
making
road
me
that he's
sick.
on.
Sure you didn't hit your head or something?
Who knows? I took
What's in
Dizzy,
string contest? Let's see
Justice's
'em.
child, as my wife. Perhaps
Ooh,
only
those
a man
are pretty,
slightly
though.
mad would do such a thing, eh?
Justice. Hey!
I love the wood on the black guitar.
What?
About
And the
3
red
months
guitar is
ago,
so nice and
I got in
glossy.
a fight with the Conclave over the sacred treasures.
Whatever you do, you always push yourself too far.
Nylon
if you'd
classical.
spoken to me,
Ooh.
we could have found a peaceful solution.
Nylon strings always they
No, that's what I'm talking
have
about.
a really
They were
different
real
sound to
protective
metal
of them.
strings.
What are you trying to say? I've no doubt they'd be protective of them if anyone attacked, not just you.
Exactly. What if the Conclave wasn't afraid of me? They were afraid of the treasures themselves.
No.
Your Majesty, we will be arriving at Zep momentarily.
Picked up some canned drinks. They were on sale at the liquor store. It's a
Hey!
Seville Orange Bourbon Sour, which it's basically just bourbon, bitters,
You're back
and
again.
orange juice.
It seems strange you can come
It's
in here
it's
so
kind of refreshing. I
easily.
like it.
Ow.
Everybody here knows me. I can pretty
Go,
much
go.
go where I want.
Your level of security seems inadequate, honestly. Don't you have more important things to do than this?
Everybody's off meeting with some big shot from Zep, so I thought that'd give us a little time to talk to each other.
Ouch.
Besides, if I went along, I'd just end up pissing everyone off, and then nothing would get done.
You're that perceptive. That's unexpected.
He knows that
So,
people hate
What is she doing
his
here?
punchable face.
Sorry. You're in my way. Out.
We're gonna make you laugh!
Gucci,
Pointless.
Gucci, goo.
I don't have any emotions. But if that's what it will take to make you leave, fine. I'll laugh.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
not really what we meant.
Right! We want to see you smile, for real!
This is ridiculous. Tools don't need emotions.
Alright, then
Got
explain
the,
why
like, the
you're still
evil
sticking to
Merrick
Mother's
face
rules
going
even
on.
though we finished our mission?
Because
Because you don't feel like you want to betray her, right?
no. This is my duty.
Okay, I think that's enough interrogation for one day. If it doesn't have anything to do with the plan, you can answer some questions, right?
That shouldn't be a problem.
I bought you something really tasty. A hamburger from Danny Missiles.
What?
It's
Yeah, what's
delicious.
Danny Missiles?
I don't care how food tastes. All that matters is that it provides the correct nutrients in the
I
correct
feel
amounts.
like having the correct
Okay,
nutrients
okay,
for this
I get
meal.
it.
Pink
Can you
hair.
at least tell me what you think about this piece of nourishment?
I suppose.
Take a bite of it. Analyzing. Oh, she likes birds. The burger gave her emotions.
Well?
Any opinion of mine would be purely subjective. If I were to analyze this food from a more objective point of view, however, I would conclude
The missile
that
is what you think it is.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Damn
Just
straight
give me
it's
the
the
first
thing.
word that came to mind when you ate it.
salty.
She likes him salty. Time for a food montage. The best montage. The guitars that wouldn't outright replace the current one. The Strat neck slapped on an acoustic and can be used as a substitute for an electric. And the classical would be good for fingerstyle, absolutely. Eye patch dude? His name is Sin Kisuke. Let's see if I can get you the voice actor. Lucian Dodge. Let's see what Lucian Dodge has done. Is there anything that I know? He was Hazamada from JoJo Part 4.
You must be really bored. Maybe now you can answer my question, Elle.
Oh, he was blue in Pokemon Origins. Neat.
Why did you betray us?
Oh, come on. Does that even matter anymore?
Do you have something better to talk about?
Well, I just don't really like talking about it, but... I can't love anybody. I don't know why, but it was one of the rules
He's
Mother
Kibo in
created me with.
Danganronpa V3? Okay.
During
and
the
Andrew and
wedding,
Little
I
Witch,
felt
yeah.
this huge rift form between myself and that rule.
Then you were just defective. But what's the reason for a rule like that?
You don't have it?
No.
You're just full of mysteries, aren't you, Elle? Didn't you say you got here using some weird special power?
Hamburger is how you cure Mentats?
Yes, but I really have no
Exactly.
idea how that happened. So I thought I'd see Soul or you when I
See,
showed up.
I don't pour
was pretty
hot
surprised
sauce
when it
on
was
top
Mr.
of
Kiss.
pizza, but I do dip my pizza in hot sauce.
Still, everything turned out okay, right?
Yeah, but that's a pretty amazing power. It means no matter where I am, you can find me, right?
Not really. I can't exactly tell who is where.
I betrayed you because I was doing hot girl shit. Hashtag girl boss.
I
I
no
read that as
such
hot
vain,
dog shit.
pointless functionality. Therefore, I am more
I was thinking too much about food.
Ow.
Thanks.
Huh? For what?
I've never seen her having so much fun.
That was her having fun?
Yep.
Oh, and
I can
Hifumi,
tell.
okay.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Why are you being nice to her? Isn't she your enemy?
I've been thinking about that myself. You know how she keeps saying she's a tool or whatever? I used to think she was just some kind of machine or something.
She was just
but
really
after a while, I
self-deprecating
started
is all.
questioning that. It seemed like she was really just afraid that if she didn't act like an emotionless machine, whoever or whatever she cares about would abandon her.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been through something kind of like that.
Sin?
Yeah?
I mean, his parents
Once
did
all
name
this is
him
over,
Sin.
What do you think is gonna happen to me and Ramlethal?
Honestly, I don't really know. But we're friends now, right?
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure Kyle figure something out for us.
Friends?
Are you okay?
She's just really
Yeah,
happy to
I
be
just
in the
felt
friend zone.
Really happy.
You're weird.
Alright, let's keep this train going. She's Aoi from Danganronpa. Okay. Everyone sounds familiar in this game? Yeah. I mean, this came out in like what, 2013? Which was the height of like a specific group of voiceover artists, right? Like your Matt Mercers, your Liam O'Briens, your Aaron Fitzgeralds. Like, it was kind of when the all-star voice actors of today started really hitting their stride.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is...
No need for introductions. It's good to see you, Soul. Leo has briefed me on the situation. Only a few members of my inner circle have been told of your arrival. Under better circumstances, I would have liked to give you the proper royal treatment. But unfortunately, that is a luxury we cannot currently afford.
The gesture is nonetheless appreciated.
Now to business. I actually have another guest. He arrived shortly before you, and I think you may find him interesting.
What?
He's been waiting. Apparently, he has a message for you. I believe
It's
pertains
world-famous
to the subject you
superstar
came here to
Arnold
discuss.
Schwarzenegger.
Regardless, he is no ordinary guest. And with your permission, I would like to be present for your conversation.
Of course.
Your Majesty.
Matt Mercer.
Zato won? No. This is... I thought you were dead.
I was for a time. Now I have returned to the machinations of the Conclave.
Figures.
As a result, I possess information that is very valuable to them. Their objective.
Well, there you have it. Zato was revived by the Conclave and knows the details of this Cradle incident. He has been waiting here so that he could relay that information to you.
Do all your men have their heads up their asses, or is it just these ones?
What?
If they knew who he was, why in the hell did they let him in?
We were, of course, aware of his identity, but decided to let him in anyway.
Yeah, I know this guy
While
can
we're
kill
on the
everyone
subject,
in this
however,
room, but
I think your
yeah,
presence is much more questionable.
Can't see.
We only granted an audience.
We
to
have an
the king
advantage.
and his servants.
That's not my problem.
Soul,
can you prove you're not working for the Conclave?
No, I cannot. Might I point out, however, that we do not know when their plan will be complete. Perhaps your questions for me can wait?
We have confirmed that the Conclave has been researching the art of resurrection for some time. But we do not know why they chose Zato 1.
Soul, please. Let's just hear them out.
I would like to avoid confusion, so allow me to be frank. The Conclave controls the Cradle, which they intend to use to conquer the world. And inside of the Cradle is Justice, the god of destruction.
So back in like the first Guilty Gear, Justice was this big fucking like Evangelion robot.
You don't look especially surprised. Perhaps
It's
you do
essentially
not
like
need
the
further
mother of all
explanation.
the non-humanoid
No, I
gears.
think
like,
we do.
no, I
You
guess
can't
also the
just
mother
tell
of
us
the humanoid
justice
gears.
is in
It's
that thing and
basically
then
like
stop.
the progenitor to all the
Conclave
things that we're
attempting
trying to kill
start
humanity.
Another crusade?
A reasonable question. Why would the Conclave, who control nearly the entire world, albeit covertly, resort to using justice for further conquest?
Exactly.
The answer is rather simple. The world they wish
Justice
to create
also
cannot
happens to be
exist in
made
one
out
that
of
allows
Saul's
free thought.
girlfriend, Arya.
I don't follow.
Which is really awkward.
They intend to standardize the entire world.
They what?
Culture will be unable to advance beyond a certain point. In short, the Conclave wants to restrict all human freedom.
The Conclave wants to make everyone
accomplish
Amish.
that, they need Justice's incredible power and omnipresence.
This is absurd. You're talking about creating a dystopia.
Before we go there, wasn't Justice utterly destroyed?
Yes, Justice was destroyed. Or, I suppose you could say, died. Soul Bad Guy knows that much better than any of us.
That's why they needed the art of resurrection. You just happen to be their guinea pig.
Precisely. The resurrection you are
So
thinking of
why-
is perhaps slightly different. The true
Why
nature
try
of
the art of
resurrection
resurrection
is not
on
the
a very
recreation of
well-known,
soul
dangerous
flesh.
individual?
What?
Why not be like,
It is the
I
art
don't
of
know,
binding a soul
Paulo
to
on
an
the streets
object.
there is dead. Let's
As
bring
you
him
know,
back.
I died several years ago. However, I was not the sole owner of my enchanted body. After my death, Eddie's soul inhabited my flesh. Once the Conclave discovered this, it did not take them long to determine it might be possible to bind a soul to a vessel. I was returned to life to test this theory.
So
I find that it's
you're
crazy
suggesting the
that
Conclave is trying
Matt
to bind a new
Mercer
soul to
voices
Justice's
Zato 1,
body?
who's basically a
That is
stand user.
correct.
And
That
then he
is the
went
reason
on
we
to
hosted
voice
second night
the
of the
stand
Holy
user,
Order
Jotaro
selection
Kuja.
tournament. When you destroyed Justice, Soul, you left nothing but
Casting
an
agency was
empty
like, oh,
shell
you know
behind.
what? This guy basically played a
That's
stand
not
user.
possible.
Why not? Let's have him as Jotaro.
Conclave means to write a
That'll
new
work.
chapter of human history, one that casts them as its gods.
Everyone in this room is more than familiar with what Justice is capable of, and the threat she poses. What you are suggesting is frighteningly possible.
Hold on. Even if Zato's right, how do the Valentines play into all of this? They're just trying to annihilate humanity, right?
Likely they believe Justice's revival will lead to humanity's demise. I have no way of knowing how far their plans
Oh,
extend.
thanks for the drink, Marcus.
No. It's still impossible.
I've got booze
Damage and
tonight.
fires reported in West D sector.
And we're gonna have a actual water,
Give me
too.
a full report.
We appear to be under attack, sir. Not from the outside. The enemy is already inside.
Oh, welcome home, Marcus.
They appear to be moving through the ship,
Okari
destroying
nasai.
everything in their path. They've disappeared, sir.
How many are there? Where are they from?
They're alone. It's a single soldier, sir. Analyzing security footage. We have a hit. The target matches the description of the subject labeled Bedman in our database. He's moving toward the residential block. Our weapons have no effect. We can't stop him.
Can't stop the guy in the bed?
Oh.
Putting Pokemon cereal, Gatorade, Mountain Dew, Nesquik, Vanillas,
We will assist you.
and Black
It
Rifle
would be
Coffee?
a damn
Dang.
shame if Zep was forced to ask for a guest's help to
You're
capture
sad.
a single man. Please, enjoy your tea while I deal with this matter.
I had peanut
What are
noodles
you going
tonight.
to do?
With oyster
Enjoy the
mushrooms,
hunt.
lemongrass. God, lots of good shit. You can barely hear me?
Where's the target
Here, give me
currently
one sec.
located?
The barracks in
If I
Sector
bring the
C.
microphone closer to me,
The special
then you
task
can hear
force
me a
is
lot
trying to
better.
hold them back. They don't stand a chance. How could our elite soldiers be defeated so easily?
Bedman. This must be the child Potemkin mentioned in his report.
Wait,
I
Gabriel,
have
you're
little
not allowed
doubt
to run
now
like
that
that.
he's working with the
Only Chip's
Conclave.
allowed to.
Is he here hoping to interrupt
He's
our
the ninja
King,
president.
Too little, too late.
You're just the nose president.
Hmm? There you are. You've made quite a mess of my home. Tell me, where should I
Tell
send the
me.
invoice for all this damage? The Conclave? Valentine, perhaps? Are you too sleepy to talk, young man? That's unfortunate. It's time for you to rise and shine.
Give me one sec. I want to skip this scene, but I also kind of wish that I could turn the voice volume up. Hey,
Your
Bandicoot!
teleportation.
Nice to see ya.
I read about it in the report. Very well. I shall no longer
The big thing that you missed is that we found out what Asuka's war crimes were. The white hair flower eyeball guy from the other game. And it turned out that he created all of the beings that caused a 100-year holy war. And also was the one who pressed the button to vaporize Japan with a space laser. And that's why he's the devil himself. Trying to learn this one Bob Dylan song. Fingerstyle on guitar. It's pretty damn difficult. Once you get the first verse mastered, the rest of the song's
You
loop.
can
Nice.
dodge a blow from my ultimate punch. No wonder
I want to be
Potemkin couldn't
vaporized with the
defeat
space laser.
Gabriel?
That's
You got it.
Your time's up.
Quite right.
So he
I
was
shall
really
take my leave.
No, so he was trying to prevent the organisms that he created from
Did you
overrunning
think I'd let
Earth.
you escape so easily?
But he was too late, and he also vaporized Japan.
State your name and age. Who do you work for?
Why is Gabriel not a playable character? He's busy. He's busy running Zep.
Perhaps the most futile interrogation
Actually,
in all
so,
of history.
You see Bedman there, right? We're getting the Guilty Gear story DLC on the 29th. And in it, it shows a new character entirely. Let's see if I can pop it up for you. It essentially tells us, you know how Strive took place in the US in the White House? It tells us what was happening in Illyria during that time. So give me one sec. There we go. You guys want a character that's a mood? Here's the new character from the story DLC. Her name's Delilah. She's Bedman's sister. And she looks tired. Guilty Gear hype! Where the Prince guy's from? Yeah, exactly. Hey there. She's got an up arrow, yeah. But yeah, so Strive isn't the end of the Guilty Gear series, it's just the end of Soul Bad Guy's story. So chances are, like, someone's gonna take his place as the main boy. I think her inclusion is a big plus. I think you get an Aruto for that.
Can you hear me, Leo?
Loud and clear. If you're calling me on this line, then I assume you figured out what I was getting at.
Yes.
Then the Conclave is behind the tragedy of Babylon, after all.
Yes.
You have tomorrow off? Nice!
There's no other way to see the facts.
All right. Tell me the details.
Do it. You deserve the relaxation. I have tomorrow off too, but I'm gonna go see 2 movies, one after another.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna see
My
The Bad
apologies.
Guys at
Our intelligence
noon?
on this situation has grown
Noon 50?
exponentially.
Probably
in a
more
very
around
short
1, to be
period.
honest. And then I'm gonna be
Frankly,
seeing Sonic 2 at
Just
3.
feel grateful that I can finally tell someone about it.
Saul and Jacko live happily ever after. Exactly.
Right now, we need to keep this quiet. Don't let your guard.
Joy from inside.
Actually, I think it's time we stepped into the light.
You get an Aruto as well, Peps.
I'm glad you're in Illyria, Leo. I need someone there I can trust.
I don't see where you're going with this.
I have a favor to ask you, and it is not an easy one. I need you to release someone to my authority. They may be able to help us fight the Cradle.
Oh, thanks, Bandicoot. Yeah, I wanted to see both of those movies. And I figure I have all day off tomorrow, so I'm gonna go do it. Next Tuesday is gonna be fun, though, because I finally solidified the plans. And it looks like at 7 p.m. Pacific, we're gonna be doing the world building as a player discussion. With
Well, I was planning to sow a little
Felix,
dissent out here and visit you while they were
Dingo,
distracted, which
Dread,
didn't go quite
Rob,
according to plan.
Dag,
Then again,
and my
we're
friend
talking
Sabrina.
alone now, so perhaps I've succeeded
You're
after
gonna have
all.
6 guests.
You are?
It's a pleasure to meet you again.
Here I come,
This is-
rougher than Knuckles.
Inside
The
your
best of
dream,
them,
I was able to
tougher
enter
than
because
Knuckles.
we're close,
They call me
physically, I
Knuckles.
mean. Then again,
Unlike
since I've
Knuckles, I
taken
don't
it
chuckle.
over, I guess this is my
I'd rather
dream
flex my
now.
knuckles.
Who are you?
Why don't you call me Bedman? Your mother has asked me to run a few errands.
Mother? No one told me anything.
Of course not. I'm what you might call your superior.
Yeah,
I'm overseeing
I'm
this
glad to have
entire
Sabrina on
operation,
it.
so naturally I know everything, even how it ends.
Mother would never trust one of them.
He just doing your mom joke.
Oh, I'm special.
Bedman is a person who would make a
Redundancies are
your
just
mom joke.
redundant.
You don't exactly have an open mind, do you? If you ask me, you're a lot closer to being redundant than I'll ever be. I suppose that doesn't really matter now, though. In the end, you were just a tool in the operation and ultimately disposable.
Yes, I am a tool. Mother only loves useful tools.
Love? That doesn't sound like the right word for you.
I know, but Mother doesn't need anyone who won't do what they're supposed to do.
Then let me ask, why didn't you self-destruct? Judging
That's-
from what
yeah,
I've
that's a
seen here,
good
you
question.
undoubtedly had ample opportunities. Your role is finished, isn't it?
Elle is restricting my powers.
Elle? Oh, right, your little sister. Interesting, so you can restrict each other's power. Goodness, that's convenient and annoying.
You know about Elle.
Good job, Bedman.
Does that mean you're
You
really
did
one
learn.
of Mother's allies?
Now you've put me in a tough spot. I'm here because you need to be, taken care of.
Is that Mother's desire?
It is. You know what the Cradle is up to, and if that information falls into enemy hands, all my careful calculations will be worth approximately jack shit.
There's no need to worry. I won't talk. You can trust me.
Trust? I'm afraid you're using that one wrong, too. You see, trust is something friends have for each other.
Friends?
I mean,
Yes,
I
you see,
can
in a group
trust
of
other
friends,
people.
Every person is unique, like me.
I can trust that the
You, on
mugger
other
is
hand, are
probably
just a
going to
copy of
stab
something
me if I
else, a
don't give
tool.
him
There's
money.
nothing to set you apart.
So I need something to set me apart.
I don't think the mugger is my friend,
Tools
but I
only
trust him.
need to perform their function at the correct time. Mother said so.
Perhaps your comprehensive faculties are a little
All my
underdeveloped.
calculations
I'm
would be
not
close to jack
unique.
shit.
Is it impossible to be unique without
He learned
emotions?
but refuses to comfort her. Exactly.
What the hell am I doing? Never mind, I apologize, but this conversation is over. This is Mother's will, remember that.
I can't fathom how to handle this situation, so instead of
All right,
comforting you,
then.
I'm going to disappear.
Take care
Goodbye.
of me. But I have one last request.
What is it?
Can I take the dog with me?
Oh. You forgot the last letter, so that turns
What the
into
hell
an
happened to you
Aruto
here? Now you
no.
really are just like a human. You have emotions. How can you ask me to kill this little girl? Someone's coming. Time for me to hide.
Fucking Bedman's getting a conscience? Alright. Commentary and dialogue, yeah.
I'm back.
Hey, Sen.
What? Oh, were you asleep? Sorry about that.
Sin,
Yeah?
why do you keep coming here?
Come on, don't make me repeat myself. To make you laugh, obviously.
Yeah.
Why?
Literally, you laugh
Making you laugh
once,
will not
and he's
benefit
gone.
you.
It's not really about benefits, just like I want to see you laugh.
I'm a tool. I only have value when I carry out the tasks I was assigned.
I assign you to laugh.
That's why I can't
That is your
understand
task.
these feelings that drive you to take apparently meaningless actions.
Everyone
If
has
they benefit
names
no
that are so
one,
silly all
why
the
do
time.
them?
I don't blame you, Peps. I think my
Wow,
favorite part
that's,
is when they
that's
take
a
themselves
pretty deep
really
question.
seriously, but they know that
Asking
they're
me to
self-aware.
explain every
The new
action I
Batman
take.
movie was like that for me too.
I need to know what the right thing to do is. If
Like
I
the
don't know that, then I
the
can't
two
take the
the
correct
twin
action,
guys at
and
the
taking
Iceberg
an
Lounge
incorrect
was
action
completely
is
against the tone of the movie, but they took it really seriously.
right
And that made
mean
it
anyway?
extra funny.
Let's say Kai and the old man think something tastes bad, but I like it. Does that make me wrong?
Does the
In a way,
dog
everybody's
dot
right, see?
fucking go.
They're right that it tastes
Yes, the
bad,
dog
and
makes a
I'm
website.
right that it tastes
Unfortunately, it's the 90s and the bubble bursts.
I don't understand your example.
Golden Retriever gamer energy? Yeah.
How do I say this? Oh, got it.
Sin
Believe in God.
Sin's a good boy.
God? I acknowledge the concept exists and people find value in it, but without further evidence, I can't authoritatively state.
No, I'm asking how you feel about
I kind of agree with Ram.
Remember when you ate that
You know, the
hamburger?
concept
You had an
exists and it
opinion
gives
on
people
it.
comfort,
Your
but like,
opinion. Like that.
how can I quantify that? I can't.
I don't know.
Impossible. All right, let's try something else.
Maybe getting a regular
Look
Switch
out
for
that
$100
window.
bucks? Nice. And, you know, whatever happens to the dog? The dog was here. The dog
This
may
is
still
the
be
real
here
reason
later.
I'm here.
We don't see the dog in Strive, but also we don't get Ramlethal's
that look
story in
pretty?
Strive, so...
I don't know.
I think you just don't have the words to describe how you feel. See,
There-
I think it's super pretty.
There isn't a number big enough to
Um,
quantify these nuts.
To me, that's enough. The way I feel, the way this looks, I don't want somebody trying to explain that to me with big words and fancy
$130
ideas.
OLED? Dang.
I just like the explanation. This sky looks
The
beautiful
Iggy change
because
and then the
God
two
made it
poster.
that way. So to me,
I do too.
That would be a good reason for God to exist.
Does the dog
Do you
die?
think that's the right
.com.
answer?
JoJo Part 3, yes.
That's
Team
just
4
what
star
you
JoJo
want.
Part 3 now.
It doesn't make anything real.
Maybe, but I don't think everything needs to be black and
He's
white.
real in the game, right?
You
Yeah.
need to shove yourself into a corner and tell yourself you have to be something.
But if I don't, I won't be a good tool.
You're wrong, Ramlethal. You're not a tool.
Wrong.
So Sin was, you know Blondie from the last game? Kai, the prince? Sin's his kid.
Wait. Bedman's only here for me. I asked if I could take the dog with me. That's why he killed it. He won't hurt you.
What are you talking about? Stay back!
His name is Sin because Kai fell in love with a gear named Dizzy. And they had a kid. But since he's the king of Illyria, having a child with the enemy is probably not the best PR move, and would probably throw the country in disarray.
I'm sorry about the dog, but I thought this would be the easiest way for her to understand. I see you're beginning to develop emotions,
Yeah, that's right.
so I'm going to teach you the meaning of replacement.
What?
There are 682 known dog or Canis lupus familiaris breeds, and in Illyria alone there are over
Flag
31
for
million
making
dogs.
Mario the stream cozy while having the dog die. Everything else was cozy. You know what? There we go.
Exactly like this.
Now
It
I'm
is, in other
cozy.
words, replaceable.
You're so welcome. But yeah, so Kai sent Sin away to live with Sol
No.
Bad Guy, and that was a mistake.
No, this isn't it. Why? It's the same dog, but something's different.
Exactly. This is a replacement. You liked the last dog, but not this one, you see?
Bedman's trying to teach her something,
Everything is.
but in the fucking worst way possible. I watched Sky High when it came out, but I barely remember any of it. I remember it being the goofy superhero movie that Disney wanted to make.
Ram!
Alliance, Ohio? There's a Defiance, Ohio. Meaning that Ohio has a towns called Alliance and Defiance. That's
Explain
great.
why you failed to dispose of Ramlethal.
How
War
about
and
you explain
peace.
to me what the hell
Beautiful.
you were thinking? You know I won't lay a finger on a young woman. Why did you give them emotions? This is horribly miscast. It's all your fault. Or if this is your not so subtle way of telling
So
me I'm no
yeah,
longer needed, fine. Enjoy
he
the rest
replaced
of
the
this
dog,
show on your
but
own.
that was to teach Ramlethal that no, you can
Very
replace a
well.
shelf, but you
I
can't
was
replace
wrong.
a living being.
Now please, calm down. I need you to create our absolute world.
I apologize for my outburst.
Your opinions and feelings are worthwhile. Let me kill your dog to prove it.
Fallen, however, we should prepare ourselves for an eventuality in which the Cradle's destination is discovered.
Yes.
See, you don't like the new
Do you
dog.
have
That
any way
means
to
that you have
help
emotions.
with
Emotions that I think are completely stupid. Now, I'll
haven't
kill
been
your
doing
dog
this for
again and
fun.
give you a
I'll
replacement
make
in order
sure that the
to
absolute
tell you
world
about
comes
those.
to be, even if it costs me my life.
Good. Carry on then.
See, now your dog was a mage hound, but unfortunately the paw was destroyed, so your dog is now a mage hound with a golden retriever paw. If I continue to replace the paws of your dog, is it still your dog or is it a golden retriever now? So yeah, fuck Bedman.
Please, wait! We cannot open these doors without the
Can
Conclave's
the dog
approval.
play Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think we can.
No, because it's dead.
That's not what I...
Corporal.
Sir?
I am one of the kings of Illyria, am I not?
Yes, sir.
Which makes me very important.
Of course, sir.
Glad we've cleared that up. Now shut up and stand aside.
But sir...
RDF, I know you were going... I don't know if you were going for Backgammon or Bakugan. But now I'm just imagining Backgammon with Bakugan.
A wise decision, Second King Leo Whitefang. You are far more capable a human being than I initially suspected.
You guys ready for the fucking Professor Dragon?
Hey, enough chit-chat. Here to introduce the man who's going to get us out of this.
You get an Aruto. Bandicoot. Didn't we watch this already? We did. In fact, we watched it last year. However, when I was trying out the Testament stream, we went into the story mode and, you know, went through the Strive story mode again. So I figured, you know, we went through Strive, may as well go through Xrd again. Because I really like Guilty Gear.
I'm afraid we don't have much time.
Right.
Right now, our top priority is to
And also, we
locate the
don't
cradle and
have
destroy it.
Justifies here for this
Do
one,
that.
so it's
We
a
need the
different
good doctor's
experience
assistance.
entirely.
The assistance of this bird?
I am a dragon, sir, not a bird.
Yeah, Vernon. I
As
think
this
you
is
can
a
tell that
state
that's
of
not a bird.
emergency, I will let your insult pass, but I hope I will not hear you make the same mistake in the future.
Paradigm's knowledge and throughput exceeds that of our
Well,
entire
we went
operations
backwards by
department.
one game.
I suggest you listen to what
We're gonna
he
be
has
going
to say.
back to Strive soon, though.
All right.
Because the new story
I see
DLC
you're
comes
all
out on the
here.
29th.
Good.
Which, by the
Now
way,
please pay close
would you guys prefer that we
assume you
swap
have all
out
seen
Shimigami
King Kai's
Tensei
report
on Saturday
regarding
with
the
the
Cradle?
Strive story mode DLC?
Specifically,
just to get a head
you
start
know
on
that
it.
the Conclave is behind it. They are working in concert
Or
with
would
the
you guys prefer that we
Valentines,
swap
and
out
we believe
this
that their
for the new
objective is to
story mode?
unleash justice,
It's gonna take
who
a
is
couple of
within the
streams to get through no matter what.
I still can't believe
So
the Conclave would do
I don't
this.
feel bad about
Yes,
dropping
there is much
Shimigami
cause
Tensei
for
just so we can
concern.
get through
But first we
Strive
must
and Xrd at the
investigate
same
where
time.
the cradle appears and how we can destroy it.
And you know the answer to this.
As long as you can keep the
Just
schedule
hear him
straight,
out.
that's fair.
The first incident occurred around
I mean,
noon
technically-
on the 28th, when the cradle appeared above Babylon.
Big brain idea.
All living
We
organisms
do
in the
Guilty
city
Gear
were
twice on
obliterated,
Mondays since we
but
just finished
inanimate
Ocarina
objects
of
were
Time.
left unharmed.
We do Guilty
Then the
Gear
cradle
Strive
disappeared.
at noon Pacific.
Right.
And we do Guilty Gear
Then
Xrd at 8
approximately
p.m. Pacific.
2000 hours on the next day, the cradle reappeared near the Black Sea. Major Lyle's forces engaged it, but were defeated.
And just have a big old
There are
Guilty Gear
several
day.
important facts here. First, where did the cradle disappear to? Second, why was
Not only that,
living matter
but
affected?
I'm not gonna know what's going on
Third,
when we go
how
into
is it
that.
possible that some
It's gonna be
members of Major
completely
Lyle's
new
unit
information for me.
survived? If we examine this information, we can see that the cradle is not only a vessel for justice, but also for the Conclave.
Now just wait a minute.
Just
there,
here to learn the
Doctor.
lore and vibe? No,
You're
that's
suggesting
completely
the
legit.
cradle is some kind of ship
Guilty
for
Gear
the
has some
Conclave?
beautiful lore.
That wasn't in the report.
It's a fighting game, so it's like
We know that there are living
I
organisms
really
inside of
appreciate the fact
cradle.
that they just slapped an
My hunch
anime
is
on
that
top
they
of
are
the
human.
fighting game, and we're like, hey,
Every
if you
nation
like
on
the lore,
Earth is currently
watch the show.
analyzing the data we
If you
get.
like the
But so
gameplay,
far, I've
play
seen
the
nothing
game.
to
You can
corroborate
do
your
both.
argument.
That's because your probes are only designed to detect life, and your analysis tools are not designed for this sort of data.
Pokemon and that
Filter
other.
out the noise, and you'll see signals that indicate life, even if you can't spot
Final
the
Fantasy
occupants
XIV?
themselves.
Yeah, we don't talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That's not enough to draw a conclusion.
Cloud and the
I
gang
was
are just
going to
vibing in the
address this
Shinra building.
later, but since you've asked,
Forever.
perhaps I can adjust my presentation.
Please.
The core issue here is how the Cradle attacked Babylon. As
By
I
the way,
considered
so
it,
Dr.
I began
Paradigm
to suspect
is
that
from
it was
Guilty
not
Gear
an
2
attack at
Overture,
all,
which
but
was
rather a mode
kind of a
transportation.
Warriors/MOBA mix-up. It wasn't a fighting game, it was more of an action game.
Sorry, but could you please
And a
elaborate
strategy
on that?
game. It's a...
Very well.
Oh, it is
First, it was
a
initially
different
theorized
style of game
that the Cradle
entirely.
disappeared in order to avoid pursuit, but that makes us ask, was that in fact teleportation?
I thought it was a fun game. Lots of people
What
didn't,
else would it
because
be?
it wasn't a fighting game.
True teleportation would require
But,
the object to reappear elsewhere.
We got
almost
Dr.
immediately.
Paradigm out of it, and I'm
The
happy
Cradle
about
was
that.
gone for nearly 32
I want him to be a playable character in Guilty Gear Strive.
Moreover, there is no known
There was
process
actually,
which
so
can
when the
teleport
Strive
such a
beta
large
was
object.
in session, on the questionnaire that I filled out, it was like, hey, which characters would you buy as DLC? And number one on my list was Dr. Paradigm.
The backyard.
Then they asked if they did crossover DLC, who would I want? And I said Kamen Rider
I do
Denki.
not blame you for doubting its
I'm probably the
existence,
only
but I
person
can
that said
assure
that,
you
but
it
you know
does.
what? I told
have
them.
in fact entered the backyard.
I thought the backyard was just a theory, an academic exercise. Why would the Cradle
It's like
go
7
there?
times 2. Yeah, you're right.
The answer to that
You're right,
is simple.
RDF.
Even with the doctor's knowledge, it would be nearly impossible.
When the
for us
so
to
we were
enter
talking
the
about
backyard.
like we were playing. Sorry,
I see.
I phrased that in like three different
That
ways.
said, travel to the backyard is
We were playing a
actually quite
game
simple,
where we
at
revealed
least
something about our worlds
First,
to
one
Rob's
must
stream, and we had to
exchange
answer
a
them
portion of the real
without
world
any
with a
information.
corresponding area inside the backyard.
Also, this is some like
Then
establishing
place
lore
the cradle
stuff. So
within the borrowed portion of the backyard. And finally, simply return both areas to their original worlds. The sphere we
Y'all
saw
ready
that
for
appeared
some
to be an
magic
attack
math?
was in fact the rapid expansion of backyard space into our own realm.
That doesn't explain the disappearance of all the residents of Babylon.
So to put it in more familiar terms, say that there was a device hanging out in the astral plane, right? They what ended up happening was they took a portion of the astral plane and slapped it on the material plane with the cradle inside of it. Like what they did with the White
Brings
House?
us to my second point. Are you aware of
Kinda.
what happens to a normal life form when it enters the backyard?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. They turn to dust. The backyard is composed of high-density information. It
So
governs
essentially
all
the backyard in this world is like
Any
the plane of
normal creature
information,
is
right?
immediately crushed by that wealth of data.
It's essentially like
That
the source
said,
code for the
It
universe.
has no effect on any non-living matter.
Highly compressed.
Which is why only living creatures in Babylon were affected.
Oh, hey, Trom.
That is why I believe
Yeah, time's
said
pretty
sphere
fast.
was an intrusion of the backyard into
That
our
song that goes
realm.
like, time goes by, so slowly, slowly.
Now, on
Yeah, they
to
were
my
full
third
of shit.
Major Lyle's unit was initially assumed to have been utterly destroyed, but in fact proved to have survivors. The Opus anti-Valentine units that had been deployed for the attack also survived the sphere.
According to the testimonies of the survivors, they were touched by the sphere, but able to escape it. We did a little research.
You
Discovered
forgot to
that
feed
every
yourself.
single one of
Oof.
them had something in common.
I said specifically that you should grab popcorn,
Every
but
one
if you
of
don't
them
have
fought
popcorn, then I
alongside
guess
Kai Kiss
you're screwed.
during the Baptisma 13 incident.
When the first generation Valentine attacked Illyria, all our defenses were useless against her. Why? Because their divine steps and their magic were too foreign. They belonged only to those who dwelt in the backyard. the High King was able to grasp this and eventually lead his men to victory. To protect them, soldiers under his immediate command were given a unique blessing.
And it worked?
Quite well.
God, Vernon in this game looks
Opus are
completely
also under
different
this
from
blessing?
Vernon in Strive.
We suspect that to be the case.
Oh, not exactly. We've done a little research on our own, and the Opus are mostly Gears.
What?
We Gears also fought against Valentine and were able to resist her power even without a special blessing. No doubt the
So yeah, their robot
Sanctus
soldiers are actually like made out of the enemies from the 100-Year War.
This is an enormous problem.
Mr. President, please. This is a serious issue and something we must carefully investigate. But for now, perhaps we should keep it a secret.
Perhaps you should both calm down. The Opus have been dispatched across the world to help. I doubt we'll feel much scrutiny immediately.
Popcorn is not
Even
food.
so,
It is technically food, but it is not of the dinner category.
It's me. Down to number 2
You know
on
what
my
I
list
did
of
the other
things
day?
I hadn't heard.
I have like this
I'm afraid that sort
frozen
of thing is
garlic
beyond my
toast.
expertise.
You just throw it in the toaster
You
for
will
like
need to
4
figure out
minutes
the
and it
details among
crisps up really
yourselves
nicely.
once we've overcome
So I
this
took
crisis.
2 pieces of that and made a roast beef sandwich out
We've
of
gotten
it.
a bit
with
sidetracked, but I believe we can state
horseradish
that the mode
aioli
of transport
and
for
cheddar.
the cradle caused the casualties at Babylon.
And it was delicious.
Returning
Highly
to my
recommend it.
original point, if it is true that people can board the cradle, then this hypothesis seems even more likely.
tell us everything you know.
As I've explained, subjects that have been properly prepared can survive in the backyard for a period of time.
Now,
But
here
it is
begs the
akin
question.
to, for example, space.
Can you
or the deep
turn
ocean? You
popcorn
could survive
into a
for
meal?
a time, but not indefinitely. Eventually, everyone must come back for a breath.
Garlic toast sandwich is always a good time?
That's
Damn
why
straight.
the cradle reappeared. It all makes
Well,
sense.
okay, so it only works for
Well
certain
done.
types of meat. It works for a lot of them, but like I would not do a garlic toast
Wish to coexist.
fish sandwich, for example.
I may have criticized him prematurely, without seeing the whole picture.
Do I have...
Don't be too hard on
Okay,
yourself.
anyone in
I did
chat,
the
when
same
you go to the movie theater,
What do
are
we
you
do
the type
now?
of person who takes your M&Ms and throws them into your
As long as
popcorn?
the cradle is in the backyard, we're at a loss.
That is not necessarily true. Do you recall King Leo's words when we began? Our end game is the destruction of the cradle. Therefore, we
I've
must
known
change the
exactly
way in
one
which we
person that's
approach
done
this
that.
problem. They have
And
removed
it's not
our
me.
avenues of attack because they fear an attack. Now is the time for us to turn the tables.
Didn't like how sticky your fingers have got? Sticky
Unfortunately,
fingers!
with our current weapons and lack of
But yeah,
time, we cannot
I,
touch the cradle once it begins to move.
I think I kinda-
when it begins to enter the backyard. Therefore, we must assume that the next time it comes up for air will be
Yeah,
our last
I
chance to strike.
I don't like the idea, but I
With
can
that in
respect
mind,
it
allow me
because
to
salty
lay out
and sweet
our
go
operation.
together. Mayo
We have
on
narrowed down
donuts.
the next location where the cradle is likely to surface, as well as when.
We did talk about mayo on
We will
donuts during
surround
the
this
Common
point
Rider
with
stream.
elite teams from every nation. The moment it surfaces, we tighten the circle and launch the attack. Our goal is to destroy
I believe that
justice,
you can
who
make
is within
a
the
savory
cradle.
donut. But you have to go into it with the intention of making a savory donut. You can't just take like a sweet donut and
Amazing,
turn it
Doctor.
savory.
After 2 defeats, morale was at an all-time low. But your insight has given us
May have
new
had
hope.
Fig Newtons and ravioli. Oh boy.
You flatter me. My ability to rally your men was only possible because you have encouraged
I guess it depends on what you pair the
acceptance of
ravioli
species.
with. Like, did you do it in tomato
I'll
sauce?
be sure to
Because
double
that's
my support for coexistence at the next UN hearing.
Are Fig Newtons ravioli? Here's
We
the
don't have much
question.
time, though. If Kai and his team can make it, they'd be a powerful asset. But I don't know if they can get here
Because
fast.
like taking a look at a Fig Newton.
We've no choice. No doubt Ramlethal's diversions took into account the locations of Frederick.
If you
the High
define
King,
ravioli
and the cradle.
as a grain-based outer shell with a filling, then Fig Newtons, I would say, could be ravioli if you pinch the
I've already devised
ends.
a countermeasure for that. They're in for an exciting surprise.
You seem prepared for everything. In fact,
Start
you
saying
seem to
Alex
know an
from
awful lot
Epic
before I came to
Elements.
release you.
Ah, that's great.
How did that happen?
Ah, yes.
Pizza gummy worms.
Before
oof.
you came, I had another
Chocolate covered
visitor who
pretzels,
filled me in
yes.
on all the
Chocolate covered
details.
pretzels are really good.
But the room is impregnable. I've got the only
Three
key.
types of popcorns around the holidays?
Perhaps
Salty,
it is
the
impregnable
caramel,
to
and
any
some
normal
third type that was
person,
varied, but usually
but my
she's like...
visitor is in fact
Yeah,
my trump
usually
card
it
for
was
the cradle.
presented in like a
Oh,
red and
I
green
worry
thing.
how
So it was
Frederick will react.
it was popcorn, then like
Paradigm, we have a
popcorn with some
President
kind of
Vernon on the
red
line.
coating on it, and then popcorn with some kind of green
Excellent.
coating on it.
We've prepared the old beacons just like you asked. We just need to place them at the coordinates you gave
Hey.
us, correct?
I want to take you
Yes.
to the
They will be
movies.
placed at 10-kilometer intervals
They
with
won't
the
let me
projected
bring my own
entrance point
snack.
at the center. Be sure to deploy them all.
We're happy to do everything
They're
we
less.
can.
Yeah,
of
you have to
course,
put work into it,
are
but
you
they
certain
can be.
this
They have
plan will work?
ravioli potential.
We will make it work. Our projected entrance point has a nice view, but there are no landmarks to speak of. Additionally,
Hang on,
we
food
expect
combos.
it will take approximately 22 minutes for the special delivery to arrive. We cannot
I feel
sit and
bad that I
wait
can't
for the
raid
cradle
Quincy
to
as much as I
appear.
should.
Understood.
Just the schedules don't
We're
align as well as
requesting all
they
nations
can.
relinquish their
Oh
airspace
yeah,
to us.
I've gotten something
They
like
aren't
that.
pleased, but once ZEP is in position, we should be
Gotten. I have received something like that.
Excellent, thank you.
Doctor, just what are you planning?
What ASMR is this? You can barely understand that.
Stupid bird
Sorry,
must be
here.
out of his goddamn mind.
You really gonna
I'll
do
go
this?
a little bit
This job's got
further
my name all over it.
from the
Hell,
microphone.
It could be worse. Just chase
I'd
my
like to
ass
take
and
you
he's
to the
not telling
movies,
us what his
but
trump card is.
This is what
They
you'll be
won't
taking
let me
tomorrow,
bring my
sir.
own snack.
Right. Might as well enjoy my trip through the sky, I guess.
Together Breakfast from Steven Universe has popcorn on it? Okay. You can get $90 for your copy of Heart Gold. Oh, you can get more than that, buddy. Sell that shit on eBay, start it at $90, and wait for the bidding war. People really want Heart Gold. Or Soul Silver. Don't have the box? You'd be
From the
surprised,
memoirs
Marcus.
of Erip Maves
I bought my
de
copy
Jure,
of Pokemon Soul Silver at a time when
1999
just the
AD,
cartridge was going for
the
160
dawn
bucks
of
Canadian.
revival. For several
Oh.
strange hours.
RDF redeemed to sing a thing. Do you have a request or is it chef's choice? Just want ASMR? Okay, give me one sec. You want Funky Town? Okay. Oh, actually, I got one better for you. RDF. Every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. Can't get you out of my mind. Sex and you be all that I see. I will get everything just to make you understand me. Don't give a damn about nothing else. Freaking you is all I need. Okay, I'll do Funky Town for you. I just wanted to do Freaking You just once. Alright. Gotta make a move to a town that's right for me.
Well, I talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about moving. Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
There we go. I gave you Freakin' You, and I gave you Funky Town. I'll give you one last one. But I gotta figure it out. There we go.
Don't have to be beautiful to turn me on. I just need your body, baby, from dusk till dawn. You don't need experience to turn me out. Just leave it all up to me. I'm gonna show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to be my girl. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sign I'm more compatible with. I just want your extra time and your kiss.
Peps wants me to sing a thing. What do you got for me? I did 3/3 of a song for RDF. I don't know if I can do Accidentally in Love, I'm afraid. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm gonna have the song on in the background, but I might be able to figure it out. Give me 1 sec. This is highly experimental, and I don't know if this will work, but Prince would be so impressed. Damn straight. Give me 1 sec. So she said, what's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't... God, okay. What I'll do is I'm gonna throw it on in the background and then try it. So she said, what's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know me, I'm in love. Think about it every time I think about it. Can't stop thinking about it. How much longer will it take to cure this? Just to cure, cause I can't ignore it if it's love. I wanna turn her and face me. God, oh, nothing but love. Ah. Come on, a little faster. Come on, the world will follow after. Come on. God, I want there to be a third come on. God damn it. Give me the third come on, Counting Crows. Okay, so she said, what's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know. Well, maybe I'm in love. Think about it every time, think about it, can't stop thinking about it. How much longer will it take to cure this? Just to cure it, cause I can't ignore it if it's love. Makes me wanna turn around and face me, but I don't know nothing about love. Oh, Come on, come on, turn a little faster. Come on, the world will follow after. Come on, because everybody's after love. There we go. I figured it out.
The entire planet experiences a phenomenon
Oh, actually,
that appears...
now that I'm here, let's crank the voice volume, please.
to be a form of life. Humanity knows they have
It
felt
did
the
nothing.
divine...
Okay, give me one sec.
will. An investigation shows that the creature had tried to manifest itself
with the
through
talent of
electronic
Orpheus.
circuitry. The UN immediately banned
I can
all
just,
such
I can pick up
devices.
stuff pretty decently quickly.
Despite requiring an
Once I've heard it a
overhaul
little
of
bit.
nearly every industry, few object to the changes. Such was the effect of the dawn of revival on the human soul.
So yeah, basically
Human
Y2K
culture
happened,
began to deteriorate,
and then they were like,
and the
screw
framework of
technology, we're gonna go
society
magic.
began to collapse.
Oh, you're welcome, Bandicoot.
That same year, a band of mages calling themselves Apostles appeared, and set to work restoring human civilization and culture. Their magic did not require material resources, and they were not frugal. The Apostles taught magic to the people, and halted the social collapse. Faith in these Apostles grew, and in 2008, they formed what would become known as the Sanctus Populi.
So the housing crisis never
Their
happened.
disciples began to travel the world, spreading their teachings with the Conclave's blessing. In Europe, they found an especially devoted following.
They personally taught magic
in
to Obama.
2010, the UN declared
I'll catch you later,
sorcery
Peps.
and magic
Thanks for popping
the
by.
new standard, and called for all nations to dismantle their traditional weapons and technology. Allowances of a new all-purpose resource called Zeal were issued to each household. This ended one.
When Lady Gaga hit it big,
but
damn
created
straight. Lady
another.
Gaga's great.
In early 2014,
It used to be
a
cool
team
to
of
hate Lady
scientists
Gaga,
under Vince McDonald
but
completed their theoretical
real
assessment
talk,
of
I love
gear
her
cells.
music.
Through the application of magic, they could fuse these cells to the material world, allowing them to reproduce and become at least semi-permanent. This concerned me. Following a successful negotiation, the research data was turned over
I
to
mostly
the
like
United States
the
of
Fame
America
Monster
for
and
more thorough
Born
study.
This Way, but
In 2016, an experiment with gear cells went awry, and several core team members died
actually,
or
was
disappeared.
Paparazzi on the Fame Monster? I think it might have
Following
been on a
this
different
incident,
album.
research became
No,
more
it
difficult,
was on the Fame
and
Monster,
all
yeah.
projects were frozen. All related data was classified rank A+. In 2042, the military and political
So now we're in
influence
the
of the
years
US
that we're
began
not in.
to decline, and they reopened the files on gear cell research with an eye for military use. In 2045, the first gear was activated, but it was of little military use. It was ineffective in combat and difficult to control. After several more tests,
Things
the
keep
first
going, we won't reach
combat-ready
2040.
gear was unveiled in 2065. Mass production began, and the US deployed their gears to allies across the globe. Then, in the year 2073, a scientist, now known only as That Man, creates Justice, a gear that can command its kin. Before long, however, Justice turns her wrath on humanity. With little documentation of the truth of his research, That Man was labeled a war criminal who had intentionally turned justice against humanity.
Took until their Oscars duet
As
for people to take her seriously,
2074
despite her previous album
progressed,
with Tony Bennett.
Justice
yeah,
took control
I mean,
of gear.
She was a
one
great
after
artist
the
in
other,
her own right, and
soon,
still is.
War engulfed the entire planet. Humanity had no weapons capable of resisting the gears.
And under Justice's command, they crushed human resistance with ease during the Crusades.
Thank God for this game explaining Guilty Gear lore.
In my old age, I have taken an interest in this violent, pitiful chapter of our history. After the accident in 2016, one young man was reported dead, but had somehow managed to survive. I thought perhaps that tracking him down might satiate my thirst for knowledge. His name was Frederick, although he does not use that one anymore. His passion shone like the sun to illuminate my path, and so I wanted to bestow upon him a name that reflected that bright light. I hope he approves of it.
He was named Soul, like the sun. And bad guy, because he really liked Queen.
God of destruction. She wasn't supposed to have a mind of her own, but suddenly she became
but you know, I think it was equal
world,
footing, you know.
And led a rebellion.
Destruction of society.
Pushed humanity to the brink
destruction
of
of society.
The Tower of Babel, as designed by that man. It was humankind's arrogance and prosperity that brought
I'm pretty
down
sure Ozzy
God's
Osbourne
hammer.
has Stella.
If that happened again, would we stand a chance? No. We
Was
have
it Stella?
To win.
Was it Sheila?
We have to do
Sheila!
whatever it takes to
I think
win.
it's Sheila. No, it's Stella. At least there is a Stella Osborne that exists, so fuck it. She was stricken from the sky, exactly. Get ready for a showdown!
All 420 targeting beacons have been placed.
Nice.
ID code and link bridge verification complete. Setting temporary target location to A1.
Bunker level. Magic shielding density. Clear.
Ground-to-ground ICBM Vagalanda armed and ready to fire.
How many chapters tonight so far?
Soul, can you hear me?
We ended at part 4B. I think we're at 6.
Yeah. The Vagalanda flies horizontally. A perfect marriage of magic and our technology. Its cruising
Or
speed is
maybe...
around 5.2
God, I haven't been paying
kilometers per
attention to
second.
the number of chapters
We're
we've done.
approximately 9,200 kilometers from our target, so we estimate around 22 minutes to impact. It starts relatively slowly, which should give you enough time to... board. But this isn't exactly something any human could actually do.
I'm sorry, Bandicoot.
We removed the payload,
Once
but that won't make
the
the impact of the missile any
chapter
less
ends, it'll
deadly
tell me
for
which
you.
chapter we're on, so
Done with the
I'll be able to
lecture?
figure it
Let's
out.
get this show on the road.
Just don't forget what I've told you. Your superhuman nature is the key to all of this. We're counting on you. Begin approach. Vagalanda, fire!
Y'all ready for the goofiest, hypest scene in this game? Dude just jumped on an ICBM.
Holy shit, that's awesome!
Good luck, Soul.
Huh? Hey, where's Al?
The armies of each nation are gathering.
They sped through a
Illyria,
chapter really fast?
the United
No, that's
States,
fair.
Even the Federation of China.
This is the
It's going to
first
be a
game that they did this
once-in-a-lifetime
format
sort of
in,
thing.
so it might be, like, the pacing might be a bit
Still
weird.
can't believe
There's also the fact that they tied in some of the story with the arcade mode. Mostly stuff that takes place before and after the story, but it was an interesting format.
You think we'll make it in time?
The ability to band together in the face of a crisis is humankind's greatest strength. I believe our allies will all do their part.
They appear to have set up an ambush surrounding our next surface point.
Hello, Evil Council of Evil.
They managed to develop a countermeasure and deploy it extremely quickly. I sense Dr. Paradigm in this.
We've made a mistake. Our plans were based on intel that there wasn't anyone who could stop us. Regardless, we still have absolute defense. Felion, nothing they can throw at the cradle will even scratch it.
Indeed. Let us fight, Dr. Paradigm.
This is better than I thought. A real masterpiece.
Indeed.
Is that Matt?
The
I'm pretty
hard
sure
work
Matt
of
did,
our allies has paid off.
Now, we sit back and pray that everything goes according to plan.
I'm pretty sure Matt only did
Prayers
Zato.
will not be necessary. True, we may not know the exact location, but we have narrowed the possibilities down considerably. Once the beacons determine its true location, we will converge on it and be able to detect exactly where Frederick lands.
I heard Saul was already on his way.
Okay, so Axis was Richard Epcar.
Do you ever cease worrying? Your body may be strong as steel, but your nerves certainly aren't.
Sorry for doing my job.
If you wish to do something, perhaps remind your troops that they must not move until I give the order.
Understood.
Oh, relax, please. The plan is perfect.
What's happening?
That perfect.
We're under attack. Someone's destroying the beacon.
What? Who could it be?
Looks like the guy from Kai's report.
Beacons A1 through 7 have been destroyed.
Hey, Leo, maybe deal with that?
What? What's wrong? Our target beacon just disappeared. We're losing them.
Why does Richard Epcar sound familiar? Oh, let's see Beanon. I know the name.
We're losing beacons left and right. What's going on?
A strange foe by the name of Bedman
let's
is
see what
destroying them. We've already lost
I mean,
several.
he was Joseph Joestar in JoJo Part 4 and JoJo Part 3. But that means nothing to a lot of people. Let's take a look.
We don't have time to reprogram it, and we've got a bigger problem.
Oh?
When it loses its target,
He was Zangetsu
safety
from
protocols
Bleach.
redirect the missile into space.
What?
For now, we're redirecting to an active beacon.
Some people from
Reassigned to
Digimon,
S2.
Gladiator from 1997 X-Men, Captain Saikon from Legend of Korra.
Worse than a hangover.
Let's see what else. Daisuke from Lupin the Third. What else? I'm sure if I go into video games, it'll give me a lot of stuff. Gabriel in Guilty Gear. Oh, you probably know him as Raiden from Mortal Kombat. He was also Ansem from Kingdom Hearts. Akuma in Street Fighter. What else is he in? Yeah, it looks like the big one is Ansem from Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, Ansem from Kingdom Hearts and Raiden from Mortal Kombat are the biggest ones that I can see. Ah, shit, he was also in Power Rangers Time Force as Vexicon. Another very famous voice actor that came from Power Rangers Time Force was Daniel Southworth, who is the voice of Virgil in Devil May Cry. He was the Quantum Ranger. Okay, so we're on Chapter 7, Part B, so we'll have completed 3 chapters by the end of this chapter.
That's enough! I've heard about you. Badman or Birdman, or whatever you call yourself. I'm not gonna let you compromise this operation.
Alright, but he can teleport, though.
Oh, not bad, King Leo.
Don't patronize me!
Teleports behind you. Oh,
This
not
is
bad, King Leo.
We've lost a lot of beacons. If the cradle surfaces in the wrong place, we may not be able to target an area nearby.
Excuse me.
President Vernon?
I happen to overhear. Do you think it would be possible to target a vessel floating in midair?
No! It's too dangerous to lower the altitude like that. We'd be putting friendlies in the line of fire.
In an
Ah,
event,
damn, he
the
was
cradle
also just
momentarily
everything in
teleports a
VR
portion of the real
Troopers
world
and Mighty
into the
Morphin.
backyard. Get too close, and you'll be sucked in.
Damn it. Is it time for our trump card?
Son of a... teleportation! I can't keep up with this!
I'm not interested in wasting my time with you. My only goal here is to destroy these ridiculous beacons.
We're detecting heat signatures consistent with the cradle. It should be phase shifting in 120 seconds.
Where's the closest beacon?
The closest beacon is 60 kilometers away.
Damn it! We were so close!
Sorry, but we really can't have you destroying the cradle right now. What?
I think Saul might have a different... Oh, no, it's the Jellyfish Pirates!
Please, just a little closer! Then I'll be able to use my own teleportation!
Roger!
Don't tell me!
Keep your eyes on the prize, son.
You remember John?
Good to see you again, buddy.
Worthless vulture!
This song's really good, though. Let's see if I can remember the lyrics.
I guess it won't be that easy.
Warm in the day, have a good time. Cool in the night, have a good time. That's what I keep on saying till I lose my mind. Feel like a bird in the sea breeze, shine like the moon in the night sky. Can you believe that till the end of your life? Go with some bugs into a room. That's enough for satisfaction. Already know how to have fun. No need for explanation. Whoa, was it worth nothing? Whoa, was it worth a bad thing? Surely it doesn't matter. Oh, storyteller. Whoa, was it worth nothing? Whoa, was it worth a bad thing? Okay, I didn't know that part. Johnny McAbs, damn straight. Damn it. I'm glad that I remember most of the lyrics to that.
Well?
I can do this. Must bring me closer.
Yeah, Daniel Southworth. He's prolific. He's a really good voice actor. He's motivated. Oh god, he was even in like the really bad Kamen Rider adaptation, Saban's Master Rider. No. And many voices in Gilmore Girls. I'm talking about Richard Epcar, by the way. Daniel Southworth has been in other stuff.
It's just getting worse. Damn it!
Really? Daniel Southworth doesn't have his own Wikipedia page, and it just redirects to Power Rangers Time Force.
Switch targets. Lock on to Beacon X3.
No?
Damn it. He got away. Are we gonna make it in time? The missile had to be redirected, which set us back a bit, but we should be on schedule.
The cradle is appearing.
Oh boy, that drink that I had is actually affecting me, which is interesting. It's only 7% alcohol. What about Gilmore Girls? Richard Epcar, the guy who voiced Axis in this game. The guy with the little spectacles from the Evil Council of Evil. He was like many voices on Gilmore Girls.
What's that?
That's all Wikipedia gave me.
It's here. Where the hell is Soul? Quiet. Just watch.
So he's probably
It's
a lot of
already
background
begun.
stuff.
What in the world?
Oh, it's our boy! That's where you know the name? Ah, fair enough.
Is that your trump card? He shouldn't be standing there. It's dangerous. He's not what you might call a normal person. I wouldn't worry. What the hell is going on? I suppose this is as good a time as any. That is the Gear Maker. You like to refer to him as that man.
Literally, until Guilty Gear Strive, he was just called
It's nice
that
to see
man.
you too, Chris. Although this wasn't exactly how I imagined us meeting.
What the hell are you doing here?
Artillery! Shoot him down!
Please, don't waste your time.
The Cradle isn't equipped for combat. We won't be able to hurt him. But you're just as helpless. Even the Gear Maker can't penetrate. What?
I think he might be able to penetrate it.
True. Even I cannot dispel absolute defense failure. I do, however, think we can destroy it. Me. And him.
Saul's not happy about this, by the way.
You son of a bitch!
Frederick, kindly focus on the matter at hand.
Yeah, I'm already on it.
What's happening?
Magic draws power directly from the backyard, and I'm serving as an intermediary. Frederick's fist will carry more energy than anything on this planet is capable of producing. I convert that energy into matter, and we contain that within a pocket dimension, using the Schwarzschild radiant limit. We then destroy the physical space occupied by the creating a spontaneous micro.
This is why I want to make a magical physicist in D&D. I want to make the character that explains why magic.
Simple? Well, you certainly make it sound that way.
Like, the character whose goal is to, like, explain magic in scientific terms. That's one of the characters I want to play in a D&D campaign.
But that's impossible.
King Leo, now! All units, fire everything you've got! All I want to see of that thing when you're done is a smoking crater!
lot of lines.
Did it work?
You've done it now, Gearmaker. I always knew you would be our worst enemy. But we've survived your attack, which means we win.
Buddy, you're not in Guilty Gear Strive, so I don't think you win. You remember that Evangelion robot I was talking about earlier?
Justice!
There it is!
You won't escape!
Bastard! Damn it! Get out of there, Frederick! You'll be swallowed by the backyard!
I know that! Just have to!
Frederick!
No! I can still function in there! I'm going to follow them!
Do it! I believe in you, Freddy.
You can't! Not in your condition!
He's functionally immortal. Oh, but Elfeld doesn't want him, so that's fair.
Let go of me!
No! Soul, even if you beat Justice, you'll be stuck. You don't know how to get out. I can't let you do that.
Let me go!
No, I won't.
You little shit!
I'm not letting go. If you do this, you'll never see your friends again.
It's a good thing she knows the exact speed that the backyard expands in the material plane. It's highly doubtful that there's a familial connection to this person you know, but it is an uncommon name, yeah. He was in Shakira's Operation Tango video and Devil May Cry. Also grew up watching the original Power Rangers, just so many things you're aware of or have been a fan of. Yeah, he was all over the place in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Alright, I got about 20 so minutes left in me, so we'll see where this chapter takes us.
Everyone's here, Doctor.
Very well. Let us begin. Unfortunately, the operation was a failure. We're back to square one.
Well, there's no point in being depressed about it. We know how they travel. All we have to do is try again.
No, this was an ambush. It won't work a second time. They need only to adjust their timing slightly and we would be left high and dry. Besides, we'll never be able to gather that many beacons again.
God, imagine if there was a family connection, though. That would be crazy.
Doctor, I have no doubt that was Justice. She looked exactly the same as the last time I saw her, during the Crusades. Where the hell is the Conclave planning to activate that monster?
I've been pondering that same question. As far as I can tell, she has not yet been activated. I suspect that means they must first move her to a facility which is capable of activating her.
Not to mention they're gonna need a whole lot of juice to power her up.
Are you feeling better, Soul?
I ain't made of glass. If you hadn't stopped me, I could have destroyed Justice in the backyard.
Sorry.
Maybe tone it down? Elle saved your life. Why the hell do you have to be such a jerk?
That's just a general question for Soul Bad Guy.
I wasn't totally sold on all this until I saw Justice myself. But if they found a way to revive her, reactivating a bioweapon requires a shitload of energy and a facility to harness it.
Wait, doesn't that make this easy then? The facility they intend to use has to be within the radius of their maximum movement. So we just identify it and wait for them to show up.
No. The amount of energy we're speaking of far exceeds what anything in this era can generate.
Then how the hell are they gonna turn Justice on?
You remember that lightning from the very beginning of the game?
They've gotta have a plan. It can't be this easy.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to have a chat with Ram.
That gonna work?
Yeah, so it's called the St. Elmo's
If I don't
Fire.
try,
It's lightning that
then it
strikes
might actually
every,
be the
like,
end of the
what,
world.
13 years or so?
The world, huh?
I think it was 11.
What exactly does that mean to you?
What?
And the
You
Illyria
were just
Castle
born.
was built
How
as
the
a
hell
lightning
could you know
rod
anything about this
to attract
world?
it.
Hey, come on.
Shut it. I didn't ask you a question. I asked her.
Now, nothing in this era can generate enough power to power on Justice.
I might not really be able to say what the world's really like.
But
my
maybe a
world is
giant
Ram,
lightning
and
hit
all of you guys. I
can
don't wanna lose
Frankenstein her back up.
I mean, nobody's ever said I was their friend before.
Elfeld's a sweet little cinnamon roll.
Huh.
She's like if
Good
Abby
enough.
was cool with kicking ass. Abby can kick ass, by the way. She's even getting her own class in the
Ram.
book. But, she doesn't
Please.
use it.
Can you just tell me where Justice is going? We're running out of time.
Do you like these things?
Huh? Yeah, I do.
What does it feel like to like someone?
The first feeling I felt after I got feelings was that I wanted to do something good. That's the personality I was programmed with, after all. But humans had complete freedom. They could be close, or they could push each other away. I couldn't even understand what they wanted. People can do the right thing or the wrong thing. They can love each other or hate each other. It was horrible to see them hurt each other. But even that was a freedom they had that I didn't. So I started to wonder, was there anything good about all of this? I couldn't find an answer I could put into words, but there was one thing I was sure about. Everybody has the ability to smile.
What?
And I realized I wanted to see lots of smiles. I think that's what it feels like to like someone.
I want to see myself smile. Does that mean I like myself?
Yeah, I think so.
The act of liking yourself is called narcissism, and is only practiced by especially pathetic humans. Are you sure this is okay?
I mean, if you want to talk about
Yes,
extremes,
it's
Ram.
totally fine.
Sin said he wanted to see me smile. Does that mean he likes me?
Yeah, he definitely likes you. When you like somebody, you want them to be happy.
Is that the same as being unique?
Yeah, I guess so, in a way. If you really want to make somebody smile, then that means you like them.
But if you
I
want to make
want
sure that they
Mother
never
to
smile
think I
again,
was
then that's the
unique.
opposite of that.
But now,
And there are definitely some people out there that would like to never smile again.
What is the Conclave trying to do? The scars of the Crusades are still fresh in the minds of the people. You need only look to see them. We were fixing that, though. With magic, we could improve our condition. And wars over resources were almost unheard of. Following one's dreams no longer had to come at the expense of another.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking, if that's what you're getting at. But to me,
The
this
fun
world doesn't
thing
look
about
all
the
that
Guilty
hot.
Gear story is that it's moments of spouting philosophy
Good stuff is good,
and then
but
just
bad
heavy
shit's
action.
Bad. Yeah, things are stable, and you're getting closer to your endgame every day. People have nice lives, but that comes at the cost of their freedom of choice.
So you advocate for anarchy and chaos?
No. But right now, nobody has to work for anything. You just give it to them. Eventually, they're gonna go from appreciating that to expecting it. And deep
Definitely
down,
hot and cold.
Eventually
Definitely
they get
yes and
scared
no.
of losing
Definitely
it.
in out. Definitely up
Do
and
you
down.
think that's how we should live?
Not all people have the strength to stand on their own. If only life were simple, and the right path was laid out before each of us. But even then, some would leave it, and some would struggle with walking it. Such is human nature. The truth is that no path will ever be right for all people. Each of us must find the one we are meant to walk, and sometimes that is where none exists. That is what I learned from you. When I look at you, Soul, I see a man who is afraid.
What?
It became clear when I watched you caring for Sin. You work very hard to keep everyone at arm's length.
I got gear blood in my veins, and it ain't friendly. It's always there in the back of my head, whispering that I ought to just destroy all of this. The only way I'm gonna get some closure is tracking down that man and beating some answers out of him. And if he doesn't have them, then maybe there really isn't a good way to live.
That's why you close your heart off. I think it's a bit too late to protest, though, considering your relationship with Sin and myself.
Thanks for reminding me of the hell I'm stuck in.
Your Majesty.
Stahl hates the fact that he actually cares. He gives a lot of fucks for somebody that doesn't give a fuck.
Kai, have you... Ugh. Yelling at you's not gonna solve anything now anyway.
Please, go on.
You already have the answer. Or at least you've gotten close. Justice isn't awake yet, and she needs a lot of energy to wake up.
You're talking to us?
Damn. Sin's touchy-feely bullshit actually worked? Well, where are they going? We can't think of any place that can generate the kind of juice you need. Maybe that man's lab, but...
We aren't going to generate anything. We're going to harness an existing source. It's simple, really. Just think. What time is it?
You little... What time is it? I'm sick of your... Wait. St. Elmo's fire.
Bingo.
What? My goodness, yes. St. Elmo's fire would definitely have enough energy to activate justice.
Interesting, but how would it be done?
It would require an impressive facility just to capture the energy and channel it into justice.
You mean like Illyria Castle?
What?
Well, isn't it like a lightning rod or something? I didn't really know what that was all about, but...
Sin, the accidental genius. Alright. This is gonna be the last chapter of the night.
I want you to evacuate all citizens and personnel. Empty the castle and the city. Just leave the opuses here. We don't know how far this might spread. I don't care if it causes a panic. Just get moving. What? I don't care where you take them. Just get them out.
Listen closely. This will be our last chance. Ramlethal has told us that their energy conversion equipment is in the west section of the castle. That is likely where Justice will appear.
Cool. So we just smash that tower to bits. Good plan. I like it.
No, Sin, it's not that simple. Yes, we could destroy the tower, but that would destroy the system that protects the country from St. Elmo's fire. It would only create more problems.
Oh, man.
Then can we simply destroy the system siphoning power into Justice?
No, that would have the same issues. If we damage the system that dissipates the lightning, we put ourselves at risk.
Then what the hell are we gonna do?
I intended to forego stopping Justice's physical reactivation.
What?
Please, Your Majesty, calm down. Cronus's ultimate goal is to activate Justice and then bind his soul to that vessel. This sort of binding also requires a great deal of energy.
Essentially, what Cronus wants to do is slap his soul into Justice and be the guy that commands all the gears. Essentially making it so that he can force humanity to stagnate into a single level of
energy from
technology.
St. Elmo's strike and overload the system.
What does he mean?
He means we're gonna barbecue the Conclave.
The clock has struck midnight, making this officially the 1st of November. We're bringing you breaking news from Mr. Kadaoki live on the scene.
Thank you, Kate. This is Kadaoki live on the scene. We've just learned the Cradle's final destination is here, within the walls of Illyria Castle. As
Wait, they said it was November 1st, but it's November 4th.
The weather has gotten worse,
What?
as you can see. Nonetheless, the entire city is being evacuated. Unlike the previous operation, this one will be undertaken by a small elite group. How elite? Well, the commander is none other than High King Kai Kisk himself. We don't have all the information, but it sure seems like our backs are against the wall. How does the king plan to get us out of this one? You have my word that whatever happens, we will report it to you live.
So technically his name
So
is
don't
Kai
change that
Kisk,
channel.
but I've mostly heard it in Japanese, so I always pronounce it as
If you're trying to amp
Kisuke.
up St. Elmo's fire, you gotta generate that extra oomph somehow. And you and me know I'm the man for that job.
Would that I had the luxury, but then I would have no one capable of removing Cronus from Justice. That is something only you can do.
Flex your muscles
Fine.
extra hard.
What's your
Exactly.
plan then?
About that.
Huh?
I had hoped we might meet again, but not under these circumstances.
So that's Kai's wife, Dizzy.
I
She
see.
is
The
a
seal is
cutie.
already broken then.
Yes, I was hoping our union wouldn't be, well, like this.
The circumstances are of no consequence. What matters to me is that we were able to see one another, perhaps for the last time.
Reminder, Guilty Gear is a romance story.
So long.
Yes, well, lately it just keeps growing, no matter how much I cut it.
Seriously, this is the best you can do? You haven't seen each other in how long again?
Sin? Is that really you?
Yeah.
Did you forget to say hi to
Recognize
your
me,
own
huh?
mother?
I mean, I have grown like 3 feet in the last 2 years.
You've grown into such a man. Come here, let me take a look at you.
I'd rather not.
What?
I'm gonna beat this thing no matter what. I'm not gonna let this be the last time we see each other, Mom. So, why don't you let Kai... Oh,
Say it!
I guess guess this is that moment Elle was talking about. Huh. Why don't you let Dad take care of you this time?
Kai's heart just skipped a beat.
Dad.
Sin.
Okay, I'm gonna leave this on a high note. Cause we got some shit that's gonna happen next time on Guilty Gear. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. So the stage has been set. So what just happened? Essentially, the city that was destroyed at the very beginning of the game, Babylon, it was destroyed because the ship that Cronus and everyone was on teleported from what's essentially the information plane, called the backyard, into our reality. And the Evil Council of Evil's plan is to reactivate the Commander Gear. So the thing that was responsible for commanding all of the enemy combatants in the 100-year crusades that were trying to destroy humanity. His idea, well, their idea is that if they reactivate Justice, the Evangelion robot that I was talking about, and bind Cronus' soul to it, he can essentially take command of all the gears and force all of human society to basically listen. But Justice doesn't have enough power to actually do anything right now. So what they're going to do is teleport their ship and Justice to Illyria Castle when St. Elmo's Fire is about to strike. St. Elmo's Fire being the giant lightning bolt that happens every so often. What our protagonists want to do is essentially let that happen and then just take away Cronus from Justice at the last second so that the whole thing doesn't go off. And that's going to be real dangerous. So they're going to, they're saying their last goodbyes now. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that I'm here to explain everything. Because this is, what, the 4th time I'm going through this story mode? So, and even then, I'm getting surprised by a couple of things. And yeah, the whole scene at the end there with Sin, Kai, and Dizzy is that Sin has never called his dad Dad. Sin has always only ever called him Kai. Because he's got a bit of resentment. But he's finally in the stage where he can forgive him for everything. So now Sin wants to join the family again, and it's really touching. Sorry, don't be sorry. Guilty Gear lore is weird and confusing. So sometimes you need an extra explanation. And yeah, if you like this song that's playing right now, it's actually from this game. It's called Django Django. Here. Give me one sec. I'll put it up for you guys. There it is. Alright, so I'll be back on Wednesday with the Cruel King and the Great Hero at noon Pacific, and then we're going to be starting Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy at 8 p.m. I'm really excited for that. I just beat Guardians of the Galaxy and I really enjoyed it. Friday, we're going to be starting a new season of our show for the Watch Party. Now, it's with an entirely new character and new cast and new story and everything. So if you hadn't been catching the watch parties, and just because you didn't want to do it in the middle of it, now's the time to start. Saturday is going to be Shin Megami Tensei 5, Sunday is going to be Jackbox, And then, I guess we're going to double Guilty Gear Mondays. So, get hyped. At least for a little bit. Until we finish the new story content. I promise I won't take any peeks. Oh, you're welcome, Bandicoot. Now, who am I going to send you guys to? It has been a very long time since we rated Angel. Angel's my friend from work. He has a very similar vibe to his streams, where it's just cozy, chatting it up. He plays Destiny 2, Apex, stuff like that, but he has a really chill vibe and a great audience, so I'm gonna send you guys over to Angel. Are we returning to the... Yes, so on Mondays, it's gonna be Guilty Gear Strive at noon Pacific, where we watch the new story content, and then this game, same time. So, because we just finished Ocarina of Time, so it creates a perfect slot. I'm just gonna wait for this this ad on Angel's page to stop so that I can keep up with what he's saying. There it goes. Alright, and with that, I will catch you guys later. Give Angel a big old shark attack, and I'll see you next time. Bye!